Hello and welcome. After the thrilling and high-stakes opening round in late May, the Semi-Pro League moves to industrial north of Lithuania, where Siauliai Arena becomes the stage for round 2 in Semi-Pro. This isn't just another weekend for racing, it's the moment where early momentum is tested, gaps and in the standings are either widened or closed, and the pressure to perform ratchets up considerably. Familiar rivals return, but strategies have evolved. Every decision on the track could now tilt the season's trajectory. This is Extreme Sports commentator, me, Andrius Janusauskas. You watching this was yesterday, the round 3 in Street League. A lot of action from yesterday, but now we live from Siauliai, and yeah, a lot of action is going on this Sunday. We about to start our quali, and close to the 50 pilots as the Titans ramble on this track. They practice quite a lot, and I assume they more than ready to perform. So please buckle up, take your seats, lay back and enjoy this live stream. So as you can see, it's absolutely will be delightful Sunday for you and for me and for all moto fans. So, and also, very big thanks to our main sponsor, Capital.com. So, me, Andrew, more than welcome your comments in the section below. Please subscribe our channels, and we ready to roll. So, ladies and gentlemen, so are you ready? Hope you are. And, yeah, we about to start. Thomas Butomis is about to get ready to launch his BMW. Very, very pro driver, I assume, with many podiums in last couple of years. Imantas Majauskas just managed to go through this track and accomplish his run number 1. And number 2, Thomas Butomis is waiting for the right signal to start. So, couple of flashbacks from yesterday. That was absolutely unexpected podium and unexpected finishes, because a couple of guys who never been on the podium before won the best places so far. So it will be a drama on this Sunday in Semi-Pro. We will see, but that's for sure. Thomas Butomis actually in round 1 was very, very fast. Was the 3rd fastest pilot up there. So Tomas Butavičius, by the way, total points 88 points in the season. So the third place was his achievement in round 1, and stage 2 we will see how it goes for Thomas. He's more than ready. As you can see, he's opening his car drive doors to just a little bit to get that fresh air. As you can see, in the distance, the air just vaporizes because a lot of heat. These cars generate a lot of heat, and I can promise you, it's very hot in those cockpits. By the way, the round 1, the standings are Remigius Pavydis was the fastest one. And the guy from Capital.com racing team managed to pull off the best result in round 1. And we see here Imantas Majauskas with his quali run. We're waiting for a couple of arrangements here. Deimantė Radzevičiūtė, drift happens. The second place after round 1. On the meantime, Tomas Butavičius, as I mentioned before, the third place for him. Erikas Jurkus was 4th. Edvinas Balčiūnas 5th. Vytautas Čeplikas 6th. Dovydas Žvinakevičius 7th. Gytis Mocekainis 8th. Gustas Valainis, 9th. Yevgeny Melikov, 10th. It's top 10 standings after stage 1. We'll see how it goes for Tomas Butavičius right now. He's more than ready to start up. So everybody is ready. We are ready. Let's go. Let's get it on in quali. Tomas Butavičius, absolutely amazing talent from Lithuania, as many pilots here. So this semi-pro league got a little bit different track. If you were yesterday, it got a little bit a longer section here, but Tomas Butavičius mentioned before the quali that it's quite easy to master. Not really too hard to understand this track. So Tomas Butavičius, one more time, replay of his first run. Quite impressive body kit and the car. Very powerful indeed performance so far, as I can see. The all clipping points was right on top. So round 1, we saw a commanding performance from Remigijus Pavydis. We will see him a little bit later. And Tomas Butavičius managed to score the third points, the third and the bronze medal, and the bronze trophy went to his trophy collection. We will see in this semi-pro Deimantė Radzevičiūtė. I saw her in the practice runs, establishing her performance in high places. Erikas Jurkus was 4th after round 1. We'll see how it goes for him. Absolutely beautiful camera angles there and there. Erikas Jurkus, as we can see, right on the edge. Absolutely dominant performance so far, as we can see. Erikas Jurkus, quite usually, we see him in very dominant performance, especially in qualis. Very strict guy, very passionate, and very talented indeed. He is very consistent. Sometimes when Erikas Jurkus losing, that means probably it is his own fault. Erikas Jurkus, Capital Com Racing Team. On meantime, Tomas Butavičius, 82 points. That's for sure quite a good number. Erikas Jurkus, clinch higher position so far in round 1, 88 points. Andrius Poška, BMW fan team, even managed to gather him and his car in a BMW meeting 100 kilometers away from Siauliai. Sleepless guy, but very passionate about the drift. One of those guys where I witnessed him to put his car on the roof. So he's always on the run. Great action here from Andrius Poška. American heart under the bonnet. Not a BMW engine up there. Great stuff so far. E30, he's sticking with the classics. And here we are, round 1 from Andrius Poška. So, we are waiting for another titan here in semi-pro, Marius Urbanas, Drift 2 Bandits. Let's get it on. A nice whistle from the turbo. Okay. Nice switchback, sector 2. A little bit of lockup in the front. The long corner here through the Wi-Fi to the end, right on the edge. And a good score so far. One more time. A replay from Marius Urbanas. He's just collecting those points on these clipping zones. They are marked on the tarmac with the squares. And yeah, it's a tough competition. Everybody here is with plenty of experience. Not is, are, by the way. So we will see how it goes for this gentleman. Imantas Majauskas wasn't that successful at round number 1, only 29th place. Also, 3 hours only sleeping in the garage. Electric problems was before. So, but a couple of energy drinks wake him up. IT specialist, actually, from IT sector. The family guy of 3. 6, 4, and 0 years of age. The youngest one, all the ladies, by the way, 5 months years old. So, absolutely amazing father who is drifting and working hard in IT. What a champion. What a champions already. Marius Urbanas, 77 points. 77 points. It's not bad, but improvements are needed. So, we're waiting for Tomas Butavičius, his second run. Imantas Majauskas, 70 points. Tomas Butavičius, we will see how it goes for him. Nice, already right on the line. Great car control without any drama. He puts his car just right where it needed. Well, at the ending, that was not that great, but in general, great stuff for him. Actually, here in Lithuania, Tomas Butavičius, also known as Butomis, having a podcast with friends, Antanas Jakimavičius and Lucas. And also known as Influencia, who's creating funny videos or so. Very charismatic persona. And Tomas Butavičius managed to run his second run in 80 points. The same score as Erikas Jurkus in the first run. Does Erikas manage to score a little bit more? We'll see how it goes. Usually Erikas Jurkus clinching 90+ points. Capital.com racing team, let's go. Entry there through 1, 2 sectors, right on the line, through 4th. Nicely done. Clipping zones up there, right on the points, and ending. The best ending so far. Usually, yeah, he's improving all the time. He's in his second runs. Absolutely perfect lines. Use all the tarmac, all the track length. So, great job for him. Yeah, and the ending. Just look at that. Fantastic job for Erikas Jurkus. He's managed to just flow up to the end on the line, and that was amazing. As I said, Erikas Jurkus, 91 points. Great stuff so far. Andrus Poška. Let's check him out. His exhausts are more than 100 millimeters wide. A lot of smoke. Perfect car control. Oh, closer to the concrete wall. Right at the end. Great drive. One more time. Very experienced guy. already 9 or maybe 10 years in the drift, maybe even more. But you can looking the same as in 2017. I don't know his secret, but yeah, looking good inside and outside. Andrius Poška, 83 points. Well, not the best, not ideal, not the worst, but still a lot of people and a lot of drivers collecting 80+ points easily on this track. Marius Urbanas, his second run through the Wi-Fi. Nice angle here, and touchdown. So, from what I see from this perspective, it means that, well, from first 10 runs, you can decide it will be more dramatic moments or not. It seems that everybody is more than ready, having a blast here, and without any hesitation, doing perfect job here. Imantas Majauskas. Probably the first run was too early on. We didn't manage to fill him properly, and he was making the full start, so that's why we're seeing him the third time. Well, those sleepless hours during the night made a little bit of things. Let's check him out one more time. Imantas Majauskas, the replay of his run was not ideal, especially the ending. Just missing the back, going on the inside, and yeah, missing a lot of points. Only 66 points. Mantas Augustinas ready to roll. Mantas Augustinas launched his car in his first run. Mantas Augustinas, how many points he will collect on his first run? We talk about Imantas Majauskas before, 3 children, the same wife. That's what he is saying during the interview. Also, because of engine and car problems, he was missing the first round in Alytus. The first run for Imantas Majauskas was 8 years ago. And also he's running on 5.4 AMG Mercedes V8. And he belongs to BMW fan team. Very nice guy. In front of us, Mantas Augustinas for Shift Drift team. And also very experienced guy as well. We have plenty of drivers who really making impact here. For example, Yeah, a couple of guys here managed to participate in one of those events and creating events for children whom really needs help from society. They donated money, they donated their time, and creating a lot of great stuff. So we're talking about Gytis Motsakainis, pedal to the metal drift team. His number is 26. He's still waiting his chance to participate here, and plenty of guys with interesting stories. All right, so Lukas Banavicius, Capital Com Racing Team, let's go. Very experienced guy as well, managed to do a lot of good stuff during his games. Also a very helpful guy for, I heard many stories, legendary stories, how Lukas Banavicius just helped a lot of drivers to recover from any damages or so. Very friendly guy, Lukas Banavicius, and very competitive indeed. His BMW E36 looks like a standard one. Not the best beast so far, and not a lot of BHP, but still quite competitive guy, nevertheless. So the best Lukas Banavicius was in semi-pro. He managed to clinch top 5 in the season, and the streets and Arena Drift Cup, a couple of podium places Lukas Banavicius managed to clinch. So also previously was very unsuccessful Lukas Banavicius with broken gearbox, but this time around nice to see Lukas in action right now in our screens. Paulius Balzaris, full shift, nice entry there, right on the edge, burning his rubber. So far so good, a little bit of off the line there, not ideal. He was missing a couple of important points. The beginning was quite fine, as you can see. And there, not ideal lines, very off this sector. Through the Wi-Fi, all right, but the end, he was drifting in the middle of the track, not on the side. And now, ladies and gentlemen, BMW Fan.lt team, Andrius Mikulskis and his wonderful beast. He's collecting, creating cars, and absolutely amazing guy, engineer as well. Great runs so far. After the first stage wasn't that successful, and that is a crucial mistake with the 0 points. Unfortunate mistake for Andrius Mikulskis, but what a show for the spectators. Give it up one more time for Andrius Mikulskis. On meantime, previous driver, Paulius Balzaris, managed to score 77 points. Still a lot of things to improve to Paulius and Andrius Mikulskis right now in the danger zone, because the first run wasn't that good, as you can see, the crucial point, and you cannot spin out just like that during the drift. Well, after the finish, you can do that purposely. Petras Šiaučiūnas. Good luck for Petras. Nice sounds through there, Petras Šiaučiūnas. Very long corner through the Wi-Fi. And very off the line. Not ideal run so far for Petras. Let's see how it goes for him. Great stuff to be here live from Siauliai, Lithuania, round 2 at your service in Semi-Pro National Championship in the Drift League. Also, our judges, as yesterday, titled and very honest persons: Timas Simniška, Aurimas Vaškelis, Nerijus Patrulis. And I'm here together with you, Andrius Janušauskas. Let's see how it goes for Mantas Augustinas, 4 shift. Nice entry there, and the long corner. Well, for some say it's the easiest part of the track. Great stuff to Mantas Augustinas. I think probably score more than 80 points. Not ideal lines in a couple of places, but in general I think it's all right. Also, from less than over 50 pilots, to manage to get through into top 32 is easier task than yesterday from 82. Lukas Banavičius, Captain.com Racing team. Good car control right on the edge. Even though it's not the most powerful engine here, but Lukas Banavičius compensating everything on the talent. Just look at that. With less power, he managed to just drift all the way on the line. On the meantime, before we saw Mantas Augustinas, as you can see in your screen, say 78 points. Great drift from Lukas Banavičius, absolutely amazing to see all the time. And historic, E36, 1991. This year, added 50 brake horsepower and upgraded his front suspension. We talked about Lukas Banavičius. Meanwhile, Paulius Balzaris, second run for him. Oh, very wide, too wide. And too wide for comfort, but that's for sure. It's interesting to watch. What an angle through a Wi-Fi. He's even managed to touch the wall, or maybe, as we say in the drift terms, kiss the wall. Great stuff, and a little bit of the show from Paulius Balzaris. Very off the line, and also it's really one thing I'm afraid that 2 wheels were off the line, so still supposed to be points. I don't give that too harsh. I think it's even more possible to get a nice score. Paulius Balzaris. What the judges think. Meanwhile, Lukas Banavičius, previously, as we mentioned before, 89 points. Great stuff from Lukas. And Paulius Balzaris, that means that he lost control, wasn't in the perfect, ideal trajectories, and judges wasn't that crucial. Still give him a point, but not those desirable ones. Andrius Mikulskis really on the pressure. 0 points on the first run, so that means right now he needs to recover. So far, so good. He's playing really safe right now. Right on the edge, one wheel off the line, but that's fine. And here we are. Andrius Mikulskis. Well, 8 years ago was in quali first. But up to that, didn't had any good results. Petras Šaučiūnas. A bad score for Andrius Mikulskis, 61 already. Petras Šaučiūnas, second run for him. Off a clipping points, not ideal. Good through here. Wi-Fi, neat. And really off the line. Petras Šaučiūnas. We spoke before about Andrius Mikulskis and his original BMW 1983 made, 320 brake horsepower, 5 liters. And the engine is from Mercedes 500. Senior, but cute. And a lot of TNT from his BMW E21. We're talking about orange Andrius Mikulskis car. Petras Šaučiūnas, on the meantime, 74 points. Also Andrius Mikulskis, right in the danger zone, not a spectacular performance. We'll see how it goes during the day. I'm afraid it can be short, too short to comfort, and difficult to manage and put yourself through another stage, which is duos. Mantas Augustinas, full shift. No drama at all, very safe run. The long corner wasn't ideal, but that's fine. Right on the end, the ending was nice. So, let's see how it goes. On the right-hand side, we can see Ignas Urbanovičius. A little bit of a warm-up. Well, the front don't want to stick. But our action going into the track with Mindaugas Jankauskas, Drift Fox Siauliai, local guy. Well, you need to be careful on the outside because there's a lot of rubber there and you can lose control just like that. Huge mistake, nice recovery, but that will be 0 points. Very nice indeed. The entry was at the limit, at the maximum. One wheel off through the Wi-Fi. A little bit too harsh with the steering wheel. And switchback was crucial there with a mistake. And now Kastytis Alekna, Capital.com Racing Team and one of the organizers of this event. With a joy to be a participant, that's for sure. Entry and glad to see something different, not the BMW. Legendary Nissan 200SX. Well, everything looks quite in control, but not in control right now. A little bit too off, and it will be a 0 points. Cones flying by the track, and Kastytis Alekna. That's a nice angle, but quite short on that curve. I'm afraid with a second performance like that, Kastytis Alekna can't manage to put himself through to another stage. Rasmutas Antanavičius, very lucky yesterday in quali, was first in Street League, round 3, but unlucky because Rapolas Chirba managed to defeat him in top 32, and that was sensation. But anyway, Rasmutas Antanavičius, Drift Happens team member, got plenty of power and do a lot of things. .450 brake horsepower into rear wheels. The engine is M50B28 turbo. The body, absolutely classic BMW E46. A lot of action here from his exhaust. Here we go. Extra experience so from yesterday, run quite a lot there. Rasmutas Antanavičius, a perfect guy for this perfect track. Great stuff so far. Plenty of action from yesterday. I think it can help him at this stage. And also in top 32, he got even one more time. Was quite unlucky to not put himself through to top 16, but anyway, Rasmutas Antanavičius. Plenty of power for this track and really tough contender to everyone, actually. By the way, very unlucky Rasmutas Antanavičius were in semi-pro in the first round in Alytus at the end of May. Was only 38th. And now Grace Joris Buganis, a guy who's only 14 years of age, and oh, that was too close. Very off the line with rear wheels at the end. And here we are. And what you do, and what you done actually in your life when you were 14? Playing Monopoly? Playing with the crayons, with the cars? Little cars? Playing the kindergarten? I don't know. Stuffs like that. But at this stage, this guy is just only 14 as his starting number. Drift Kid, 62 points. Not ideal and well-deserved points for that round, what we saw before. So a lot of improvement needs to Grace Joris Buganis. And now Ignas Urbanovičius, UBR Racing Team. Let's see how it goes for him. A little bit of strange situation with the start. Probably red light or green light won't come off perfectly. We'll see how it goes, but everything seems fine. Looking forward to into Ignas Urbanovičius because we love 350Z. Not too bad. Ignas Urbanovičius managed to nicely there. What a surprise, Ignas Urbanovičius. Not the strongest performer so far because, well, his attitude. He's going just for fun. Well, what is the best achievement in your career? Ignas Urbanovičius just asked. When you arrive at the stage ready. That is a funny answer to this question. Ignas Urbanovičius, well-deserved 80 points. On meantime, Mindaugas Jankauskas at your screens. Drift Foxy Siauliai, a local hero from local team. Nice switch off. Through the Wi-Fi, closer to a concrete wall. And the ending is spectacular. Great job for Mindaugas Jankauskas. Actually managed to do quite a lot of impressive stuff there. Just look at that one more time. Through the replay, right on the edge, closer to the wall. And very nice recovery after that spin out in the run one. So probably he's safe. 85 points, that's for sure. I don't know what that place will be in the final rankings after all these pilots went through this quali. And here we are. A short glance at our judges there. In the meantime, Kastytis Alekna, Captain Com Racing Team. I wish best of luck to Kastytis, because it will be absolutely joy to see Nissan 200SX. A strange line actually there from Kastytis, but managed to recover perfectly right on the edge. And here we are, the second run. Supposed to be much better now. The first one was only 65 points or so. What about now? Second run. So what about the score? Kastytis Alekna, probably judges still thinking about a couple crucial things, what we saw before, especially in the long corner. And our judges one more time: Nerijus Petrulis, Aurimas Vaškelis, and Timas Simniška. Our Lithuanian colleague, by the way, Gintautas Šutavičius, you can hear his voice in Lithuanian stream. Kastytis Alekna, yeah, what a nice recovery, 86 points. That's a good score for this veteran. Rasmutas Antanavičius, 450 unleashed brake horsepower straight into the rear wheels. A little bit of a smoke. Nice cappuccino there. Through the Wi-Fi. At the end, absolutely in control, Rasmutas Antanavičius. I'm feeling very safe watching this guy. Very delicate, very elegant, without any suspicious drama or so. Very consistent guy, especially in the quali. That's great. Maybe Rasmutas Antanavičius rise like a phoenix from disastrous top 32 yesterday. We'll see how it goes. Grėjus Joris Bugenis, drift kid. Yeah, he's still a kid without driver's license, actually. 14 years of age. Good stuff for him. Nice angle actually there. And probably Grėjus Joris Bugenis, the best run so far, what I see before. Good stuff for him. Really nice recovery. I think he managed to do a better job this time around. The first run was not quite successful. 60 plus points or so, but this one, yeah. As we talked before, Rasmutas Antanavičius go into the top. Ladies and gentlemen, 92 points. Congratulations. And Gracious Buganis. Well, 75 points is an improvement, but also maybe a disaster, because everybody with the second runs clinching 80 plus points or so. So Gracious Buganis, he is not safe. He's putting himself through or not into top 32. Ignas Urbanovičius, UBR Racing Team, actually the guy who's trading cars, delivering cars from USA or so. Well, the best achievement so far, one of the best, that's for sure for him, according to him. Semi-pro, 5th place in the quali, but unfortunately in the last episode in first round here in Lithuania 3 weeks ago, in top 32 he was out in the first fight. Second season in street and semi-pro simultaneously. Also Nissan 350Z stock engine. This is a fab suspension and but basically a stock 350Z. What about this guy, Rapolas Taškus? Ignas Urbanovičius, 72 points so far. What about Rapolas Taškus? Good, not the best, but quite okay run so far for this pilot, with a starting number of 16. Well, it's getting hot in here. Today we're feeling a lot of heat, even though it's a little bit of a cloudy day, but 23 degrees Celsius. We're expecting 25, and the sun is burning. Actually, you need a sunscreen or so. Number 17, Jonas Sakalaitis, his run in Street League in round 1 was a total surprise for all of us. Quite a rookie this time. Well, in the season he accomplished in the Street League 13th place. Well, in 2024 he started his season, and this season is first season where he's trying to accomplish a couple of things in street and semi-pro. 2.8, simple as that. And from 20 meters, this car looks just amazing. This is his comments in a couple of our questions. Rapolas Shirba, yesterday's hero. Not too bad, not too shabby. Also already second season for him in Street League. He accomplished even the victory in the second stage. And gave a knockout for Rasmundas Antanavičius in top 32. On the meantime, Rasmundas Antanavičius so far is a leader in the quali. Yesterday won the quali out of 82 pilots. Well, let's see how it goes for Rapolas. Wasn't successful run, and especially this track this track has different missions to accomplish, so it's a tougher challenge to score a better score this time around. Raimondas Žemaitaitis, Chipas Drift. We saw him before as well. Nothing crazy, nothing spectacular. Quite a street league view. Not a lot of smoke. not ideal score will be for Raimondas Žemaitaitis. Couple missing points, but we'll see how it goes in the end. Raimondas Žemaitaitis. How much of the points he collected this time around? $73 points. Well, yeah, wasn't that crazy. Andrius Giraitis. Let's see how it goes for him. Here we go, Andrius Giraitis. Entry there, right on the top of those clipping points. I'm missing this one. Through the Wi-Fi. We're talking about this run, as probably he will collect about 70 points or so, maybe less, maybe more, but that wasn't a run for 80 points. Three judges, one more time, Aurimas Vaškelis, Timas Miška, and Nerijus Petrulis. One of them collecting data from the angle. Another one checking the line and the clipping points. And the third managed to look all the details in the style. 67 points, as I mentioned before. Andrius Giraitis, not a spectacular run. Rapolas Staškus. Through the favorite fan zone. Looking great. Actually, I just witnessed here how great our arena of Siauliai looking in the sunshine. On meantime, from this angle, we'll see Rapolas Staškus and his run. Also, with the bigger boys, will be quite a tougher challenge for Rapolas Staškus, because it's not the most powerful engine and the gear here. Jonas Akilaitis. I don't know how to translate this motorsport name in English, but sometimes lucky, sometimes absolutely unlucky or messed up motorsport. I don't know. In Lithuanian language, it makes sense, but in English, I don't know. Jonas Akilaitis try to improve his second run at your screen. So far, so good. Technical challenges there. Through the quali, it's important to rank up yourself as high as possible, because in theory, probably you will be paired with less experienced guy or not that powerful gear. So it's quite important to score as high as possible. And also in the duos, if you have a higher result in the quali, you starting first. It's a little bit of a psychological advantage to start your battle in the duos first. Here we go. Yesterday's hero, who's demolished Rasmutas Antanavičius' dreams and wishes, Rapolas Širba, Rev and Shred Drift Team. A better improvement so far. Wasn't that spectacular on the first run. Rapolas Širba at the end, right on the line, and finish. One more time, Rapala Shirba and his run. Big thanks to our sponsors and main partner, Capital.com. Well, that's a nice recovery. Rapala Shirba scoring 87 points. And that's an accomplishment with that car in semi-pro track. Raimondas Žemaitaitis, Čipas Drift. Let's see how it goes for him. Entry. The second zone. The long corner. Easiest part so far. You can just really adapt, but the most difficult part here, and nicely done. I'm afraid, Raimondas Žemaitaitis, I'm afraid of one thing about that cone on the edge. Does he make it? If he clinched that cone, the score is 0, but yeah, the cone in the place, so that means that he's totally safe and totally fine. That was quite an improvement for Raimondas Žemaitaitis. I'm not sure what type of score he will get, but yeah, that was a great run, as you can see, 86 points. Even our kids from the Street League managed to score a nicely chunk of points in this quali. That's great. Andrius Giraitis. Very off the line so far in this corner. Through the Wi-Fi and a lot of corrections, not ideal, nothing too proud of. Well, entry was quite okay-ish. A little bit of a handbrake there, especially, yeah, a little bit of a kick in the clutch, I assume, from the rear wheels. Another very long hard handbrake, so it will be bad. 71 points, not a big surprise at all. Well, the judges really checking all those things. You just take off a lot of chunk of points in your style if you use a lot of handbrake and a lot of corrections, kicking the clutch or so. Well, if you're kicking the clutch, that means that you lack in power somewhere, right? Dainius Bikuntas. First run for him. Yeah, easy run, no big drama. Nicely done through there, as we can see in the replay. The rear wheels just under that line on the inside. That's great stuff. A little bit of the handbrake. You see, that's a bad idea to use the handbrake there. He was scared to go hard in that corner. So Dainius Bikuntas probably missed around 10 or so points just for that handbrake, and went short on the inside on that corner. That handbrake probably score much more points. Vykintas Punys, Capital.com Racing Team. Very delightful guy with a lot of angle in his car. One of the most fan favorites. A lot of podiums, a lot of action from Vykintas Punys. We can guarantee to the future. So Vykintas Punys, first run, safe run without any spectacular things. For Vykintas Punys is more than enough, 82 points. Probably on the second run will be more promising to score more points. Augustinas Jankevičius, Chasers. Well, straight pedal to the metal, I assume. Yeah, you need just to put through. Everything great so far. I love his style, actually. Augustinas Sinkevičius, great performance so far. From kind of basic, but not that basic BMW. A short version of E36. Augustinas Sinkevičius. How much points he collected during his first run? That was not too bad. I think between 75 or so. Yeah, I was close enough. 77 points. Vytenis Balsys, number 24. Let's go. Very off the line. Through the Wi-Fi till the end. And one idea in my head. Need to improve. Well, the first corners look quite established by many here, but it's a semi-pro. The long curve and the long corner with a lot of sliding in the one direction requires quite a nice speed there. And if you're lacking in power, that means that you probably put your car not in the right place, and you can lacking a distance into another corner before a Wi-Fi, and it can be tricky. $67 points. Not much as I assumed before. Domantas Kučas. Well, unlucky guy, and got a massive crash during the practice 3 weeks ago. He managed to collect his car, and yeah, was a powerful, oh my goodness. Whew. Domantas Kučas repeating nightmares for me and for his family members. That was close. Domantas Kučas was too close to comfort, as we can see rear wheels right off there. Both wheels was absolutely off the line. But on meantime, Domantas Kučas, one of my favorite runs today. Just look at that. Commitment was good, but those rear wheels off the line, somewhere not in the place. Car in a bad shape. Mistakes there and there. That means he was not in control, and if he's not in control, the judges will punish. 63 points all only. Was fun to watch, not effective. Good stuff from Dainius Bikuntas, actually. And disappointing ending, actually. Not ideal lines at the end. What about 2/3 of the track? Very vague. Switch into sector 2 through the Wi-Fi. And disappointing ending, yeah. Dainius Bikuntas, not expecting much of the points for him at this run. Dainius Bikuntas, he's not remember actually his best achievements so far, and he missed the first round and was not very talkative. And what about his car? He's saying BMW E36 compact. That's it. Not very speakable person. Anyway, Vykintas Punys, Capital.com racing team. And this guy can talk, actually. Nice angles there. Carrying a lot of speed. Even through the Wi-Fi, he's not afraid to use angle. Cone in the place. That's nicely done. 82 points in the first run. A lot of car control there, locking up the front wheels. So the left foot get used to push through the brake pedal. Nicely done. And here we are. Vykintas Punys, I think maybe this run was 86 points. Yeah, close enough. 84 points. Augustinas Jankevičius, Chasers. Easy like a Sunday morning. His drive, without any hesitation, I assume, supposed to be quite good. Actually putting a lot of smoke in consideration how much of the power he got. Great stuff from him. Well, Augustinas Jankevičius. 88 points. That's very great. Fantastic job for Augustinas Jankevičius. I was expecting around 85 points or so. That was a great drive, actually. Vytenis Balsys. Very off. Putting his car not in the right places so far. Continuing his drift through the Wi-Fi at the end. A little of lock-up at the front, but managed to stay in place, stay in track. Yeah, also free wheels, nearly free wheels was off the line. And that's not ideal, actually. I cannot find actually his name in the last stage protocol. Probably he missed that. Domantas Kučas was spectacular in the first run, but not great in the points. Very aggressive entry actually, but off the first mark. Fifth through the Wi-Fi. 7th zone, looking good. Wishing all the best for Domantas Kučas. As I mentioned before, in the round 1, in the practice run, got a massive crash. Damage a lot of components in the front. Even the back was damaged because the car just, not the flip, but the front got into contact. Actually, the back got into contact with a concrete wall and just backed him off, and then smashed into the concrete wall with the front. So, Domantas Kučas, 80 points. We'll see how it goes for him because, you know, it's plenty of drivers ahead, and yesterday the bottom line of the point was 80 points, but remember that. But yesterday in the Street League we got barely double of members, and the pilots, Gytis Motsakainis, very off the lines through there into the last sector from the Wi-Fi. Well, Gytis Motikainis, PDM drift team, that means pedal to the metal. Got his YouTube channel, probably PDM Garage. He's love to do a lot of stuff with the cars. And also was one of the guys who's with his initiative, he's created All United hashtag All United event, where with Drift Taxi help and with a lot of people help, and his fellas and other drivers, they collected 5,000 euros and support kids who got cancer. That was a very brave and honest thing to do. Gytis Motikainis got a lot of respect for that. Cheers for him. Kristupas Pakėnas, Motorsport Ukmergė. Very nice fella. This season is really struggling with the technical issues there and there, sleepless nights, but I hope he got a calm night before this stage. Gytis Motikainis wasn't surprising. I'm not surprised that he managed to score only 52 points. What about this guy, Kristupas Pakėnas? We just witnessed his run replay. Wasn't that good as well. Well, it's a good news for those who just finished in the low points. 82 points for Kristupas Pakėnas. That's generous. I thought it will be around 75 or so, but probably judges think otherwise. I'm not a judge. I'm just a commentator. Dovydas Žvinakevičius. Another charismatic guy who's got his signature move after the quali in the second run. Great stuff so far, and the touchdown. Dovydas Žvinakevičius. Let's see from another camera angle here. Sector 4, 5, 6, and 7. We have 7 places where the pilots need to score the points, need to put their cars in the right place. 6 times they need to put the car with the rear wheels. And 1 time, I'm called that sector Wi-Fi. Through the Wi-Fi, you need to put your car as close as possible to the line with the front. And this is our veteran. He is very likable guy from entire field, Vytautas Šeplikas. He's a smoke machine, that's for sure. Capital.com racing team as well. Great stuff through there. Not ideal for the first run, but was 6th the last time around. Domantas Baltrušaitis, Motorsport Ukmergė. Very off the line. Off here. It will be disastrous. Result so far. Not a respectable run at all. Good at the beginning, but later on just messed up a little bit too much of the angle. The race car just lost the momentum and the speed, so he missed the clipping zone. And that means he lost a lot of momentum in the 5th zone as well. So actually Vytautas Šeplikas scored 0 points. I probably miss some of information there. Didn't spot a crucial mistake. Could be a cone, a couple of wheels, or just bad initiation, actually. Anyway, past is a past. Let's back to the present. Gytis Mockainis. The second run needed to be good. Very not ideal. Gytis Mockainis will be at the bottom at the list. Very off the lines. Didn't collect through there, but in fourth, fifth sectors good. Through the Wi-Fi, a little bit too much of the angle. Went too much on the inside on the track, and not ideal run, that's for sure. Gytis Mockainis, actually, he got V8 5.0 from Mustang. One and only that configuration engine and mixed things with the BMW body. One and only in the Baltic states. 71 points, Kristupas Pakėnas, Motorsport Ukmergė, his second run right now. Very friendly team from Ukmergė, and Kristupas Pakėnas, as I mentioned before, this season was quite difficult for him. Does he improve? Let's find out quite soon in a couple short minutes, but before that, watch the replay of his run. Put your hands together, actually, for our main sponsor, Capital.com. Today, yesterday and today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to introduce myself, Andrius Janušauskas, a local guy from Lithuania, Kaunas, extreme sports commentator and host for your special events. I'm at your service if you need me in any case. Commentating a lot of extreme sports. But yeah, enjoying the day, enjoying the weather, enjoying this Dovydas Žvinakavičius run. Nice and steady actually through there. Right on points, and I think Dovydas Žvinakavičius able to satisfy himself. Vytautas Čeplikas. 0 points in first run, so this needs to be good. Was sixth in the first run, in the first stage of Semi-Pro League 3 weeks ago. We need to have Vytautas Čeplikas at least in top 32. Dovydas Žvinakavičius, 84 points, very good run for him, and we definitely gonna see him later there. And Dovydas was 7th 3 weeks ago in stage 1. Meanwhile, Domantas Baltrušaitis, Motorsport Ukmergė, was very dreadful first run, need to improve. Vytautas Šeplikas only 67 points actually, and that's gonna be tough with that amount to get through. Domantas Baltrušaitis on this occasion is not surprising anybody here. Missing a lot of points through sector 4-5. Through the Wi-Fi it's okay-ish, but not a spectacular run at all. Missing the edge, Domantas Baltrušaitis, and probably scored a little bit less now than Vytautas Šeplikas before. Yeah, that's true. 54 points. Edvinas Balčiūnas, one-way team. Edvinas Balčiūnas, quite an experienced guy. Got the momentum, got the move. Very great stuff so far, what I'm seeing at this angle. Through the Wi-Fi, quite an impressive angle. Very right on the edge. A perfect score. Will be very high up there. Meanwhile, Domantas Baltrušaitis from Ukmergė, couple of second places in 2018, fourth place in Street League in 2025. So 3 weeks ago was quite a good, impressive stuff from him. He's driving V8 4.4, 210 kilowatts, and his BMW from 2002 era. We talked about Domantas Baltrušaitis, Verana before. Edvinas Balčiūnas, one-way team. How much of the points he got at this run? Yeah, very high score, 87 so far. Paulius Danilevičius, very young guy. I assume he's around 17 or so. Trying his luck in semi-pro, collecting a lot of experience, actually 3 years already as a drifter. But still, the best result so far as I remember is managed to put himself through to top 16, and that was this year. Paulius Danilevičius. So the best result so far was in semi-pro, 11th place, which is absolutely amazing and astonishing accomplishment actually for him. Even in Street League, he struggles more than that. So kudos for him, best of luck. And how many points he collects? I don't think it will be up to 80 plus. Aurimas Vaškelis, Timas Miška and Nerijus Petrulis will decide shortly. 70 points. That's correct. Remigijus Pavydis, ladies and gentlemen. This is a guy who's need to get to look at. A winner of stage 1. Impressive run so far. I'm missing a 4th sector. 5th is alright through the Wi-Fi. And here we are. Remigijus Pavydis, still plenty of spaces where to improve. Capital.com Racing Team pilot. But already championship leader after the first. Stage 3 weeks ago in Alytus, up to the south. Siauliai is an industrial city with 100,000 people population and fourth by GDP in Lithuania. Also got the special airport, Siauliai International Airport, by the way, with NATO jets nearby. Sometimes you can hear those jets during the day. And that is Tautvydas Milys, which is an unfortunate run for this Elephant Drift team pilot. Usually elephants manage to get green or yellowish, white with the green elements cars, but this time around Tautvydas Milys is quite a different persona in consideration with his teammates. And now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the youngest talents here in Lithuania, Gustas Valainis. I guess 15 years of age, but in consideration how much of plenty of experiences he got, just look at that. It's a pro driver. A lot of podiums, a lot of trophies, and a lot of action from this young guy. You don't have a racing license, or, well, racing license probably, I'm not sure, but driver's license you don't have. Because he's not 18 not anymore, but not yet. Gustas Valainis, side-to-side drift team, perfect run, absolutely joy to watch him. Even though Gustas Valainis sometimes, more than sometimes, clinching that top pole position. It's gonna be a high score, that's for sure. And it's still a first run. Well, did I told you? Did I told you before? Ladies and gentlemen, a new pole sitter, Gustas Valainis, 94 points. Absolutely crazy run. Amazing stuff from this young talent. Edvinas Balčiūnas, one-way team. Here we go. 3-4 sectors. 5, 6 through Wi-Fi, and the 7th just right now. Yeah, it's difficult to watch after Gustas Valainis. Yeah, Gustas Valainis just put his car right on the edge. That wasn't even bad with Edvinas Balčiūnas' performance, but damn, Gustas Valainis just cooking. A new leader in this quali just after first run. So, let's see how it goes. Gustas Valainis so far, after first run, 94 points. The second run and the second place belongs to Rasmantas Antanavičius, 92 points. Erikas Jurkus, 91 points in the third. Paulius Danilevičius, OVT Drift Team. Also very, very young boy. Also very, very nice run. Paulius Danilevičius probably was around 70-ish points. Let's see him in the standings. Yeah, 70 points so far. So currently he is in 29th place. Edvinas Balčiūnas 85 points, so he's up there. Edvinas Balčiūnas, on the meantime, 87 points in the first round. That means he is currently 7th Paulius Danilevičius improving his performance, 79 points, and he's going into 18th place. Remigijus Pavydis need to improve. Last stage winner. Not ideal so far in consideration what we saw before. Nice angle here, but a little bit too harsh on the angle. Lost the momentum at the end, and yeah, but Remigijus Pavydis is a guy who can knock you out in the duos. Also, he is a guy who's improving during the day. Great stuff from him nevertheless, and will be not that confident place in the standings. That's in the split of a second. We will see how it goes for him in the general standings. What is the bottom line so far? Not so great. 65 points. Remigijus Pavydis only 73. Yeah, that was not impressive at all from Remigijus in consideration his previous accomplishments. Tautvydas Milys, Elephant Drift Team, entry. First, second, third zone, fourth, fifth, that's good, through the I-5, sixth, and the seventh zone. Probably it's an eight zone track because we have 7 squares, like 1, 2, 3, etc. Right? I don't have direct contact with our judges, but nevertheless, we will get a general idea where you need to put your car. I hope you have a great time so far. Please subscribe our channel. You're watching all of this probably on the Facebook or in our YouTube channel, Capital Calm Adventure. Join us on more journeys and adventures. Write down something in the comments, and this is our pole sitter so far. Gustas Valainis, absolutely stunning performance in run 2. Does he improve? He don't need to, but you know, it's a Gustas Valainis. Boy, oh boy, it will be staggering to clinch something good from this boy. And if you don't see him before, his runs are spectacular in the duos. Tautvydas Milys, previously 81 point, which is quite good. Gustas Valainis, oh my goodness, smashing his own score right now, 95 points. Gustas Valainis absolutely not saving at all. Full of adrenaline and yeah, demolishing this competition already in the quali. Laimonas Laukys, the oldest contestant and participant here. One more time his run, and absolutely joy to see 350Z. Well, was in the 30th place after the first stage. Not that successful, lost in top 32. Nothing crazy going on in engine department, but these 350Zs, quite okay cars in the Drift Championship, so they're quite good to maneuver. Simonas Šyvas. Quite unlucky yesterday. And the bad positioning of the car at the end cut a lot of points from him. Simonas Šyvas from local team here from Siauliai. Correct name, Drift Foxy Siauliai. So, Simonas Šyvas, how many points he will collect? By the way, our senior colleague, 68 points. Simonas Šyvas, not a surprising run so far, 73 points in the first run. Egidijus Didžiulis, ERT, Olibet. Massive power, massive body, flexing a lot. Egidijus Didžiulis, the car suits perfectly for even Pro League. Everything is nicely done, but Egidijus Didžiulis, it's not a pilot where you can find a consistent run, but he's a guy who loves to have some fun and smoking quite a lot from his back. Usually what Egidijus Didžiulis does. Do you know what is his surname means in English? Didžiulis means in English massive. Interesting fact about his surname. And here we go with the second best performer in the quali yesterday in the Street League, and that is Yevgeny Melikov. Memel Drift Team. This name indicates that he's a pilot from the third biggest city in Lithuania, which is Klaipėda. A city near the seaside, where our main country dogs hang there. Egidijus Didžiulis, on the meantime, collecting 71 points. So far, bottom line is still manageable, but Egidijus Didžiulis so far can be at risk. The bottom line is 70 points. Yevgeny Melikov, it means that he's good. He's very, very lucky so far. And this season, well, last season wasn't perfect for Yevgeny, but this year he's surprising himself as well. And that is his own words. I'm surprising myself and just stay like this for as long as possible. He was surprised, he was lucky, he was delightful with yesterday's result. On the meantime, Mantas Antanavičius, drift happens. Great line, especially at this corner. Fantastic job from Mantas Antanavičius. Through the Wi-Fi, a little bit of a handbrake, which is probably wasn't ideal, and the ending was messy. 77 points. Yeah, the ending was, if not the end, probably 85, 86 points. Absolutely, without any doubt. But the ending was dreadful, I assume. Laimonas Laukys, second run, need to be better. Not going wide on the tarmac and at this track. Oh, lost it up there. But managed to save the car. But stay in the line and in the angle, in different opposite lock. Too much for too long. Just look at that one more time. Yeah, sliding in those concrete wall blocks was a little bit strange and scary stuff for him. Laimonas Laukys. Well, improvements, 71 points, but is he up there in top 32? Well, just barely. 31st, and we still got a couple of pilots to spare. In total, 46. Simonas Šyvas, also very brave up there, putting back wheels on the edge. Nicely done, but stay too much on that sector. Was delayed Wi-Fi and then messy at the end. Did not collect great stuff there. Simonas Šyvas was desperate to accomplish great. Three out of 5 pieces in this track was good. The rest was not ideal. 77 points. Still okay-ish performance. 77 will still put him through at this point in the second round. Second round, I mean duos. Egidijus Didžiulis, ERT Olybet. Oh, close to the wall. Well, a lot of smoke. Always nice to have a look at Egidijus Didžiulis because, you know, it's a big car, powerful, a lot of smoke, not ideal lines, and sometimes you not guarantee Egidijus Didžiulis is gonna crash or not. Evgeny Melikov. Second in the quali, overall 5th. 10th place after semi-pro first run, running 330 CI BMW 40 E46. 3.0 200 kilowatts, 2005. This is our specs for Evgeny Melikov. Even though in engine department nothing crazy, but the standard atmospheric BMW always sounds fun. Egidijus Didžiulis 70 points, Evgeny Melikov 79 points. Oh my goodness, does Egidijus Didžiulis manage to go through? I guess not. 31st at the moment, Egidijus Didžiulis. And this is Mantas Antanavičius. Desperate moment to collect those style points in the initiation. And that is bad news for him. Well, still 27th position so far for Mantas Antanavičius. 77 points. It's not the bottom line, but not ideal. Audrius Kasparas, a guy who stand on the podium on the 3rd place yesterday in a street league. True and free. E46. What a joy for our ears. Audrius Kasparas, local hero from Drift Fox to Siauliai. One more time, his run replay. Nicely done through the sectors, the long curve. 5th zone, through the Wi-Fi, nice and steady. Plenty of experience from yesterday, plenty of drives. The track looks quite suitable for him and quite similar till this day, from yesterday. And Audrius Kasparas, boom, smashing 90 points. Good, very good result for him. And he put himself into 4th position in total after first run. Gustas Tamošiūnas, DS team. Lovely job so far. Way off through the Wi-Fi actually, but, and, well, that was deep, that was nice. A lot of used quite a lot of track there, but yeah, he missing a points there and there. And he lost a lot of speed. Carried a lot of angle there. So not ideal. And Gustas Tamošiūnas, he's not gonna cut it with that amount of points. Lukas Kundrotas. Sensational driver in the street. 2 podiums already out of 3 stages. And most surprising stuff, that he's a rookie. And also he collects a lot of experience points from simulator. So kudos for him. Lukas Kundrotas, nicely done so far. Didn't saw any huge mistakes. Supposed to be a decent result. 80 plus points, that's for sure. Yeah, nice, neat, tactical, without any drama. Lukas Kundrotas once again proved that he's a talent of the year. So very steady driver, 86 points. Wow. I was expecting around that, and nicely to prove everybody that it's not a mistake. I'm talented enough. Rimvydas Narauskas. Power, baby. Great drive so far. A lot of show, a lot of action, a lot of smoke. Too short at the end, but still okay. Lost a little bit of points up there in long corner and at the end. Still, nevertheless, what a show. Okay, and Rimvydas Narauskas, yeah, because of those missing clipping points, punished himself to score less. Not his desire and a dream. 74 already. Rytis Bužavas. Torpedoes from Kaunas. Kauno Torpedos. Well, huge respect for Rytis Bužavas, because he's a guy who lived his life with a little bit of a special needs, and he's adapted his cockpit and driving style, and in a little bit different way. And what a funny guy, what a friendly guy, very, very inspiration for a lot of people around him. So kudos for him, Rytis Bužavas. Nice to see you, buddy. 73 points. And now, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, scream, because it's your queen, Deimantė Radzevičiūtė. Drift happens. One of the most skilled and experienced ladies up there. in our league. More than 9 years in the drift. Now this car can manage to pull off easily in a safe mode. 650, 800 bhp in the rear wheels. If you have a lovely day, you can boost a turbo up and put under the hood 1000 brake horsepower. So the last stage in Alytus 3 weeks ago, the second place. Audrius Kasparas, second run for him. Great so far, a bit of a missing apex there. Also, great score already, and 2 off at the end. That's a shame, but in general, it was a great run. But at this point, it will be 0. Deimantė Radzevičiūtė put herself in a very unfortunate situation. 63 points already. Actually, her V8 turbo pushing up 500 brake horsepower, and that means she probably going on eco stage and eco mode, because as I mentioned before, it's pointless to run 800 plus brake horsepower in this short track. But you need to do initiative in the first corner at 170 kilometers per hour. Yeah, you need some more power. That's for sure. But here, it's totally pointless to put the power up. It's become more twitchy, hard to drive actually, and you need to put a lot of anti-lag, which consumes a lot of extra fuel. And it's just pointless. Gustas Tamošiūnas, 80 points. Great stuff. He put himself through. Lukas Kundratas, his second run. The first one was quite successful, 86 points or so. Great switch back through this. Wow, impressive. Impressive in consideration what type of gear he's running at. Oh, that was close. Yeah, short on the power at the end, but what an angle, what a style. Lukas Kundratas, absolutely astonishing discovery this year. So one more time, congratulations for everybody who just joined our live stream Semi-Pro League Drift Championship of Lithuania Stage 2 in Lithuania Siauliai. Quali at your service right now. So Lukas Kundratas, after a fantastic job, and well, just the last couple of meters went through into the inside, but it's the only crucial mistake what I saw, but I still give him 80 plus points or so. Great driver and rookie of the year already, in my personal opinion. So what we got? Okay, so the last point was very clear. It's if you put your car in that angle, in that track position, right on the finish, that means it's probably unchaseable run. And that means you get the 0 points, but still Lukas Kundratas is safe so far, and it's Torpedo from Kaunas. Ladies and gentlemen, Rytis Bužavas. Oh, what a risky move there, and it will be well, closer to the disaster, closer to a torpedo into the concrete wall. Rytis Bužavas. Nicely done through there. A little bit off that clipping zone. Switch back through the Wi-Fi. It seems like fine into the points, but he wasn't in the total control, and it's a punishable score. And it goes to 77 points. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a witch from Lithuania. Ladies, put your hands together for your queen, Deimantė Radzevičiūtė. She needs a good point. It will be over if she messes up. Her Sunday will be ruined, and I don't want to see angry lady. It seems like she's in the points. Deimantė Radzevičiūtė, great stuff so far. Still a little bit lacking in the confidence, because probably the first run and realization that you're not in the top 32 put a pressure on her. I saw her before with more confidence, way more confidence. Let's see how it goes. The bottom line is still up high. And how many points she collects? The bottom line is 75 points. Rytis Bužovas, 77 points. Deimantė Radzevičiūtė, she's through, 78 points, and she is in, well, not the best desirable position, but she's still there. Rimvydas Narauskas, at your service. A lot of smoke, what an angle. Great through there, closer to the wall. Nicely done through the Wi-Fi. One of the best runs. So, and oh my God. Rimvydas Narauskas put a lot of pressure on himself. And yeah, he ended up in the disaster. Well, disaster will be to touch the wall. And Rimvydas Narauskas, ladies and gentlemen, he's not through. The first round was 74, and now it's 0, and he stays at 35, and that means we ending our quali. So congratulations for all top 32 pilots who managed to put them through. Absolutely staggering. I'm still crying up for Rimvydas Narauskas, but it is what it is. So congratulations one more time. Stage 2 quali is ended in semi-pro. We'll see you in 20 or so minutes, and we will be ready for duos. One more time, Andrius Janušauskas is commentating here, and live from Siauliai. We are more than ready to go straight to the action in the duos. Let's get it on, and let's have a little break and see you very, very soon. Cheers.
Įrankių nuoma gerai, bet svarbiausia, aptarnauja kaip žmogų. Kramo, puikus aptarnavimas įskaičiuotas.